This is the plaintiff, Leanne Atkinson. She says she bought a camera for her friend, the defendant, and the woman hasn't paid her back in full for it. She's been chasing the girl for 9 months and has no other choice but to sue her for the $1,419.46 she's still owed. So that's just what she's doing here and now. This is the defendant, Desiree Muley. She says this situation's very frustrating because the plaintiff invested in her videography business and is claiming the money she gave as an investment is now a loan. Unfortunately, the business didn't go so well because the camera was stolen, and since there have been no proceeds, she doesn't owe the plaintiff a dime. She's accused of not being in focus.
Leanne Atkinson?
Yes.
You are suing Desiree Muley for $1,419.46 that you say she owes you for a loan that you made to her that she refuses to repay. Tell me what's going on.
I lent her my credit card to use to buy a camera.
Say it again?
I lent her my PC Richard credit card.
How did you two know each other?
We had been friends through my ex-boyfriend.
Was he your boyfriend at the time?
Yes.
Okay, and she was friends with him?
Yes.
Okay, and why were you loaning her your PC Richards card? That's an electronics store here in New York, right?
Correct.
All right, and you were loaning her your card, why?
Because she and my ex-boyfriend had discussed going into business together. He's a videographer and she's a photographer. So she just needed a camera to get...
Most photographers have a camera if they want to call themselves a photographer. I'm a photographer, I just need a camera and some training. So she wanted to buy a camera, and you wanted to help her out because you had available credit?
Yes.
Well, can't keep that just hanging around. Got to waste that available credit.
I know.
All right. So the total purchase was $1,020.97?
Correct.
All right. Now, you actually had a balance on that card before this.
That's correct. I was paying off a computer.
Okay. So what happens?
She had made payments towards the camera for a long duration. A month or so after the camera was purchased, it was stolen.
What happened to the camera?
Someone broke into my house and stole the camera.
Wow, that's unfortunate.
Very.
Okay, I don't think you're meant to be a photographer. Go on.
She continued to make payments, but the last payment I have received was in April of last year.
Okay, and the purchase was?
In August of '09.
Okay, so go ahead.
So I've been continually asking her for payments since April of last year, but she kept saying she was broke.
Well, how much did she pay you total?
I don't have the exact amount.
How much did you pay her total?
I estimated around $300.
How do you people live like this?
I know.
I'm afraid of you like crossing the street without an escort. She owes you over $1,000, and you don't keep track of what she's paid, and you don't keep track of what you've paid. How do people live like this?
I kept track of what I had been paying and what towards my amount.
My understanding of what you're saying is that you paid some of that, and she paid some of that.
Yes,
and how much of each? We have no idea.
Well, I paid until my computer was paid off, and then I knew the rest was her balance.
Except for that there's interest on that.
Yes.
Right, so some of the interest is for your prior balance,
yes.
and some of the interest is for her balance, right?
Right.
Okay,
yeah.
So if you paid off just what there was, you wouldn't have taken into account the interest of paying it off over the course of 9 months or however long it took you to pay off. See, nothing can ever be clean. If there was a zero balance, it would be clean. I'd look at it, say you owe it, goodbye, case over. But you've got this complication that you had your own thing, which every month there's interest on, and it's not a small amount. It's almost 50% of her amount. So.
Okay, but that part I did make.
I mean, I'm not saying you're not owed something. I'm just telling you that it's very messy. Very messy.
I agree, because I never expected it to come to this.
What is your defense on whether you owe her money?
Well, basically, I mean, it pretty much went exactly how she said. I was unemployed at the time when we became friends, and I used to be a photographer with a business, not a private business, and so that's why I don't have a camera, didn't have a camera. And so with the advice of friends, we decided that it'd be in my best interest to get a camera and start my own business. And then she was being a good friend, and she's like, oh, I'll help you get the camera. That way you can have a job and make some money. And that's pretty much how that all went down.
Then what happened? Because I can't help but notice that I'm here.
So You buying what this defendant is selling, that this was an investment and the plaintiff only gets her money back if the business is successful?
No, I can't believe it. I don't think anybody would make a loan under those circumstances, especially in this economy.
So you would make a loan and it's all risk to you in giving the person the money and no benefit to you. Would you do that?
No way.
Is the defendant a liar?
Think so.
Okay, going inside the courtroom.
Well, less than a month after buying the camera unfortunately was stolen right out of my house, and...
All right, so on what theory do you not have to pay something for the rest of this camera?
Because I looked at it like it was a business deal that I was supposed to pay her back with the proceeds from the camera, from the business.
Oh, I can't wait to say that to the bank.
But I mean, we were friends.
I only have to pay you if I have proceeds.
That's
I
why
ain't got no
continued
proceeds, you ain't got no mortgage. Are you serious?
I continued to make payments because I didn't feel that it was right to stick her with the bill.
How come you feel it's right now? Because that's what
only
you're doing
because
now.
I have given her money, and each time she would come to me and say, you need to make payments, the balance was getting higher and higher. And I do...
I'll wait, let me explain something to you. It's called cause and effect. If you continue to have a balance out there, then it continues to earn interest. And if all you pay is $29, $42, $50 on a $1,500 debt, it's not going to chip away very much. Mm-hmm. All you're doing is keeping your head above the water. You're not chipping down at principal. Is it your theory that she was buying more stuff on the card?
I was unaware what she was doing with it. I felt like I was giving her money.
But you clearly know that you did not pay $1,020.97 plus interest for whatever time. You know that, yes. So you know you owe her money. Your theory is, I don't owe her money because this was a business venture? Explain it to me. Oh, you don't like how it sounds now?
It doesn't sound good the way you're saying it.
Yeah. I'm really good at that. Yeah, sounds sort of ungrateful, right? All right. So let's figure out how we're going to figure this out. Your theory is you want the balance on the credit card and then the payments that you have made since she stopped making payments.
Correct.
The problem with that theory is that it doesn't take into account that the payments she did made were chipping away at two balances, your third and her two-thirds. So
okay.
We're going to do here what we call a little what?
Rough justice.
Right.
Yana.
Because if you're going to be messy, you cannot and you both were. Frankly, this was handled like a couple of slack jaws. What
because
you do
it
when
didn't
you
expect
because
it
what?
It didn't expect to come to this.
What, it doesn't what do you mean it didn't expect to come to this? Let's assume it doesn't come to this. How do you even know when she's done paying if you're not keeping track? Right, there's no answer to that. So this is not a trick question. Okay. It's rhetorical. It's absurd. When you loan somebody a grant, you keep track. At a minimum, keep track. My God, it's not that hard.
But I kept track of what I had paid towards my computer. Once I knew, I added up the interest.
No,
I paid more.
Didn't. No,
yes, no, I really did.
No, sweetie, I'm looking at your statements. Your
I called
theory is some mathematical thing where you sit there and you say,
I paid longer than
when she stopped making payments, she needs to just make payments forever. She needs to make payments forever, even though I had a third of the
when I finished the computer, I told her I stopped paying.
Listen, what business are you in?
I work in medical.
Okay, stay in medical. Do not go into accounting. Under no circumstances go into any financial business. Do you understand me?
Yes.
Do not do it.
Okay.
But you still got to handle your own personal finances, and the next time you decide that you can't have an available balance burning a hole in your pocket, resist.
Yes, I
But if you're
will.
going to go ahead and do that, then you do that with a piece of paper and the nearest crayon, and you write down a payment schedule. You write down that this is what's going to happen, this is how much interest. You write down what they're going to pay every month, and then you keep track of what they're paying and what they don't. Seems like a lot of work when you do it that way, right? Then don't do it if it's too much work, because then you find yourself in court like this,
yes,
okay?
You're right.
All right, folks.
Definitely right.
I'm going to order you to pay her $950 by the very roughest of calculations based on what I have in front of me. Good luck.
Well, the plaintiff does get a chunk of what she sued for out of you. Come on in here. What's your big smile about?
I'm just glad to be out of there.
Well, what went wrong here? I mean, how can you guys wind up in court over this deal? Why didn't you have a clean business arrangement?
Because it was intended that I was going to pay her off in full, like within a couple months. So, we never made any discussion really about it. Mm-hmm. And so I learned never mix money and friends together.
What do you think about her as a potential financial analyst?
Oh, her? No, definitely not.
Yeah. Okay. All right, right down this way. All right, come on in here. All right, you satisfied how this finally comes out?
A little, yeah. At least,
little?
Yeah, I was hoping for more to pay off the bill completely, but
All right, what have you learned out of this whole deal?
never lend money at anybody ever again.
Ever?
Ever.
No matter what? Not even if
Right.
you get it in writing?
Right. Well, I mean, I have to know. No, I'm not.
Harvey?
Okay, the judge said that you have to keep track when you loan somebody money and they're paying you back or paying you back in installments. The best way of doing that is with emails. All you have to do each time there's money going back and forth, send a confirming email. Thanks a lot for the $100 this month. Just confirm it, confirm it, confirm it, confirm it. It is the best receipt you can possibly get. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.